How's it going, guys? Daniel here. I haven't been using my LX10 for a very long time, maybe over half a year. Most of the time I have my GH5 with me, and I also have a phone with me, so usually the phone is my backup, so I don't really know where I should put this in my kit. I'm going to compare the Oppo R15 Pro with my LX10 and see if I really need this. So I bought the point and shoot because I wanted to vlog and, you know, record at places where I feel more comfortable with, I don't cause too much attention. And now that the phones have or can do decent video, I think it's even better. It causes even less attention and it's just more natural that way. There's more people, you know, on Facebook, FaceTiming, Snapchat, Instagram. So I just feel like it's just more natural having a phone out, recording something, because when people see you on a phone, it can mean tons of things. But when they see just a camera, they're gonna know you're vlogging and it should cause more attention. So throughout this day, I'll be recording video and taking pictures throughout these two devices so I can see and compare which one is more worth keeping in my camera bag. So these pictures aren't too bad. During daylight, they both look really good. Now, I didn't shoot in manual or anything serious. I just shot in auto like a regular person would do. Now, in terms of color, the ones coming out of the phone looks more saturated and it pops out more than the LX10, which I do like. And if you want to compare the quality and sharpness, it's really hard to tell which one wins. Unless you zoom in by 500%, then the LX10 wins, but not by much. Now, where the LX10 really wins and really shines is the depth of field you can get out of the little camera versus a phone. Now, in the phone, you can get good depth of field, but it's just not going to be as easy as a point and shoot. Now, where the Oppo starts to win is portrait mode. In the LX10, you can get some depth of field, but not as much or as exaggerated in the phone versus the point and shoot. Now, with low light, my experience is the LX10 has better sharpness and detail, while the Oppo does expose better for low light photography. For example, this was shot with the LX10, the building is dark and the LED strips doesn't give a strong cast on the building. And this was shot with the Oppo, where it is much brighter, there is a stronger cast shown on the building, but overall it is more noisy and it's not as clear or detailed. Now, if you want to add more background blur, of course the LX10 is going to win. Now, moving on to video, they both shoot in 4K and they don't have stabilization in 4K as well. So when you're shooting, running gun style, or vlogging, it may not be the best or it may be too shaky. Again, with the background blur, I do think the LX10 has a slight advantage, but the Oppo can also get some background blur. Like this shot here, I had to get really close, like 2 inches next to the plant. Whereas the LX10, this was about a foot or so away, so you can get it much easier and as well a creamier background. One thing we all know is zooming in into anything on a cell phone doesn't give the best quality. Versus the LX10, a no-brainer, this camera wins in this category. Now, moving on to low light, the LX10 wins again. Now, both of these cameras are noisy at low light, but there's less noise and less artifacts showing up on the LX10 than the Oppo. And the biggest reason why the Oppo loses is it looks like it's on a slow shutter speed, so therefore everything looks pretty blurry, especially when they are moving really fast, or the subject or anything like a car, a person running. I think this is the weakest point of the Oppo R15 Pro. I would like to point out that having a bigger screen on the phone is so much more easier taking a picture than a point and shoot. I keep constantly looking back at the phone than on the little screen on the LX10. When you're doing low angles, of course the LX10 would win with the pull-out screen. With the phone, you can't really see anything unless you squat down. So this is a quick low light test of the Oppo R15 Pro and the LX10. I've done a lot of other tests with the R15 Pro, so you guys can check that out. But as of now, it's a quick test, low light test. So it's a bright building behind me, and then pretty bright with the street lights, so it shouldn't be too bad. But of course, the R15 Pro is not going to win in this fight. So in conclusion, both of these phones are about the same price, between $500 to $600. Honestly, I do think you get more value for your money when you buy the Oppo R15 Pro. Not only you get a good camera that's almost as good as the LX10, but you do get a good phone. The video is also good. Of course, there's 4K without stabilization, but when doing low light, honestly, I would just avoid low light at all costs with the Oppo R15 Pro. Now, who is this for? I would say someone who's not that serious with their photography and video, a regular consumer who just wants to take a picture or video just to capture the moment. Where the LX10 comes along, maybe someone who vlogs more seriously, someone who wants to take better pictures or wants to focus on getting better pictures. And for video, you can easily get that background blur where you can get more of a cinematic feel to your video. So that is my comparison with the mid-tier phone versus a point and shoot like the LX10 within the same price range. I think the LX10 might be a better choice for me, but I am curious how it faces up with the flagship phone. If you want to check out any of these products, I have the links down below. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.